Hello, this is Michael Daskalakis, and today I'm going to talk about how to influence and persuade. Now, I've been blessed to have interned and worked on Wall Street, been part of many multi-million-dollar deals where I got to see firsthand the influence process and the persuasion process. So I'm going to draw from that experience as well as my studies in interpersonal communication. I'm going to go over 4 points and 8 triggers of how to influence people and how to make a sale. So the first thing you want to know is you have to be clear on the outcome you're going for. Your outcome has to be clear in your head, and you must have a plan to get to it. I mean outcome in 2 ways. What outcome you want from the interaction and what outcome you want from yourself after the interaction. Once you have your outcome handled and you know what you're talking about, you must have a compelling offer. Many times we approach things without knowing what's in it for the other. So this is kind of a win-win mentality. You must make an offer they can't refuse. Parts of these offers are what they're going to gain from it, etc. So after you have your offer, you want to communicate why you. Why are they going to be influenced by you and allow themselves to make a sale or a change in action by you as opposed to someone else? So you must know your competition. Next is you have to come up with the objections that the person you're influencing will talk to you about. You must come up front beforehand of what their objections might be. And next, I'm going to go in depth. This is the psychological triggers that get people to buy from you or take action from you. So these are 8 and they're very important. The first one is novelty. When you offer something, you have to make it come across as new, revolutionary, and cutting edge. We're attracted to new things. This is why we buy the new iPhone every season, or why fashion brands come out with new clothing lines every season. We're attracted to new things. After you got the novelty handled, you must know the utility of what you're offering. So this is in terms of features and benefits. There's a lot of debate in sales of whether you should just talk about the benefits or the features. The features are the technical aspects, like how long a video is, or what you're going to talk about topics. Benefits are what they're going to get out of it. I suggest you cover both in your influence. Next, you have to come over the pride of the other person. We all have delicate egos, so you must make sure you don't offend the person you're influencing when you're trying to get them to take new action. Often we've lived our whole lives one way, and when you're trying to get someone to do something new, they have resistance because they're used to the old way or the way of their ego. For example, when you're trying to get your child to do the dishes, you don't tell them, "Why haven't you done the dishes yet?" You say, "I understand, you've been busy, you've been playing, you've been doing your homework, could you do the dishes please?" Next, when you're influencing, you must say what makes it popular. We're attracted to mass movements and tend to move as masses. So that's why we buy popular brands like Nike and Adidas or iPhone, as I mentioned before. We're attracted to that mass appeal. So the more popularity you can draw by saying how many other people are involved in this action, who else has bought it, and tied to popularity is authority. We live in an influencer culture and a celebrity culture where we tend to follow what they do. So how can you tie your offer or your influence to something of authority? If you're trying to influence a little child, you might say that the boy or girl they like does this thing. For example, does their math homework. They're more likely to do it if you have someone of authority tied into it. Next is the extended benefits you want to cover. Extended benefits refers to the benefits beyond the person. How this influence situation is going to benefit their family, friends, community, and greater world. We all want to be part of a movement, so that's totally important. Next, and probably most important, is scarcity. When you're making an offer, you have to have either a time constraint, a deadline, or limited volume of what you're doing. Scarcity is important because we're more likely to buy or take action when we think the opportunity is about to leave us. That's why they say when you're entering a negotiation, the most powerful negotiators are willing to walk away from the deal. This makes them more influential. And finally, you must know Maslow's pyramid of self-actualization. This means we're all after fulfillment in our life. So how is the offer going to change, transformative, and how is it going to help them be more true to themselves? We all want to be our highest self, our best self, so fulfillment is that important. So those are my 8 psychological triggers of how to influence, and thank you for listening.